We begin by acknowledging with respect that we are here in Mi'kma'ki, unceded and ancestral lands of the Mi'kmaq people. Nous tenons à souligner que nous sommes ici au Mi'kma'ki, dans les terres ancestrales du peuple Mi'kmaq. Whereas this venerable, much loved and photographed Schafner Point Lighthouse, dating from 1885, has been for 138 years standing witness on this shore. And whereas a group of committed and fearless community volunteers vowed to restore it for future generations, creating the Port Royal Lighthouse Association. And whereas this association worked tirelessly to preserve this piece of local history, rallying support and funds from lighthouse lovers both near and far, and securing generous grants from Parks Canada, the County of Annapolis, and the Nova Scotia Heritage Trust. And whereas the Schafner Point Lighthouse has now, thanks to this support, and in only a few months, been restored for future generations. This beacon will now continue to shine and stand tall in this spot for those generations to admire, to appreciate, to be guided, and to be kept safe in its light. Therefore, today, the association unveils a federal heritage plaque commemorating the historic significance of the Schafner Point Lighthouse, also known as the Port Royal Lighthouse. And we gather to celebrate and acknowledge this coming together of dedicated community members to restore this beloved local landmark. Long may this lighthouse continue to stand between the edge of the known and the unknown, casting its beacon of light into the darkness. Vive le Canada, and long live the King.
Long live the King.
And now, I am pleased to introduce Medea Holtz, President of the Port Royal Lighthouse Association, who will do the unveiling of the heritage plaque.
I beam with happiness seeing all of you here today. For so many years, I was left naked and in a terrible state. Before that, I was quietly rotting away, fungi consuming my frame, bugs gnawing at my corners, rain coursing in my leaking topper and through my cracked window pane. But no more. I've been made whole again, practically reborn. It's good to see Medea, Alan, Mary, Randy, Andrew, and Becky here today, the founding members of the Port Royal Lighthouse Association. I like the sound of that name. An association just for me. Without the Super Six, I may not have hung on much longer. They will always be a special part of my history. And so too are you. I feel important and beloved once again, not forgotten and neglected. It was like this in my early days as well, when Gilbert and Mary Schafner sold this piece of land to Her Majesty Queen Victoria, and I was built by John Wagstaff for the sum of $900. Those were the boom days, following after the railroad came to Annapolis Royal in 1869. Through this channel, I guided hundreds of ships loaded with apples and lumber and other goods bound for England and New England. And I witnessed the maiden voyage of many a sailing ship built in Granville Ferry and Annapolis Royal. Years later, ships came through her to the coaling station on their way to St. John from Boston. I was essential to their safe passage, and great care was taken to keep me in top condition. The lightkeeper's job was sought after. First keeper was Joseph Healy, who was followed by Captain J.V. Robley, and then John Healy. Lloyd Schafner was the last to light my lamp, which was replaced by an electric light in 1951. Old Lloyd, nearly blind towards the end, walked here from the last house in Port Royal, this side of Carsdale, twice a day. I'm one of the few working lighthouses in these parts, and I'm happy to still be of use. I'm looking real good, but I hear that my association is not finished with me yet. More painting, inside and out, will be going on when the weather warms up again next spring. There's a picnic table and trash cans coming to better host my visitors, and some attention will be given to the front of the cliff here to keep the land from crumbling away. Oh, don't be a stranger. Come round and enjoy my view. This is a special place once again, as in generations past, and even long before I was here. For thousands of years, the First Nations found it so. I hear their spirits whispering in the wind, along with the bark of the seal, the splash of the fish, the cry of shorebirds, the flip of a dolphin's tail, and the laughter of children playing here on this beach. Oh, and thanks for the fancy plaque. So nice to be recognized as a heritage place. Did I say Lloyd Schafner was the last lightkeeper? Really, that's not true. He may have been the last to light the lamp, but you are all lightkeepers now, keeping me in shape and making sure there will always be a lighthouse standing in Port Royal. All of you who gave something of yourself, some making great sacrifices to fix me and bring me back. You are the light keepers today. You are keeping the light of history, and my light is burning bright. I shine because of you. Now, go and eat some cake.